for being X factors in that last map.
There's a couple that you can definitely point out as being X factors, aproto being one of them. My personal choice of player to watch. On the Cypher, he was leading the scoreboard, leading everybody. He was showing how to play Valorant in one of the most optimal ways possible. He dropped something close to 40 kills, I believe. And this time, he's still going to be back on the Cypher, but we're onto a completely different map, and anything goes at this point. Heading into the first pistol. We try to calm ourselves after that insane map 1, and of course map number 2 begins with a blistering beginning. Roca and Thief trading out frags to start things off here, and hey, that's a great start, isn't it, for the side of Luminosity Gaming, or excuse me, for SSG rather. They managed to trade out the man who was a menace to them in the first game. But the B siege will be underway in Boggs. We have already another execute beginning.
Yes, we do. It's just going to be Stellar to hold things down to the back lines on B, just catch off rotations or hide in the back lines, try and do something to disrupt the rotations coming through, or even just shut them down on a flank in a retake scenario. A site going to be that point of contention here as LG taking full control of it. Spacestation really been thrown into a bit of a tailspin right now. They have no idea what's going on. A dash away from Boostio as he's going to just try and move around. They don't know where the spike is. They think it's B. Surely Stellar's just going to hold here. He jumps into his doom. But the spike is ticking away. The 4 players of Spacestation starting to work their way in towards the A site. All looking to go through the same angle, and I think that's the best course of action here for them. Recon Bolt not revealing any position here. Here comes Kaplan's, though. What will it spot? How much information will they get? Thief is ready to destroy it as soon as it hits the wall. Owl Drone comes in. Thief destroys that Recon Bolt. It reveals. No, it does. Yeah. Oh, here comes these. That's huge from Thief. KZ pops in the smoke, but it's Boostio with another. Here comes Mada now to try and win this 1v3. First fire not going to avail him. It's the frenzy instead. And
do they have it?
Just, I think, enough time.
Just barely.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Map number 1 isn't over. Still, the tense moments remain, and SSG just barely scraped by 0.09 seconds on the spike before it was about to implode and go the other way. SSG, they had so many things seemingly go wrong. Their duels didn't go as cleanly as planned, but I have to say that dart from Kaplan was huge. Thief was even playing in the optimal position to close it out too. Our lovely observer Ty managed to catch it at the perfect time. Thief just barely missed it, and so was able to get that wave off, give away all the locations of the defending LG players, and that was huge. If SSG didn't have that, they're going to have to play hide and seek, and that's a game that they are not very good at.
They're going to be on the pistols now too. First lead for Spacestation since overtime, really. And let's see if they can build upon it here on the defensive side of Haven.
Should.
Again, it's 1-0 Luminosity in that most magnificent fashion that we saw on the last map. Not so sure what LG want to do in this round. Probably just going to go for a B hit here from the looks of things. They're posturing all towards middle.
B would be the best bet for them to try to get that spike down.
It's not really going to be the most detrimental round to lose for them. I think they get a couple kills. They'll be happy. Maybe a spike plan out of it too. But overall, it's not going to be one of those rounds that in the grand scheme of things is going to be looked back upon that's like, oh, that's the round that lost in the map. It's one of those throwaway rounds. You lost the pistol round. Chances are you're not going to win this next one. And well,
yeah,
I didn't have a feed for a minute there, and everything happened while I didn't have a feed. Okay, a proto.
Seconds left.
There we go. I thought a proto was about to pull off another clutch there for a second. Boostio though does get the kill with the bulldog, and it is going to be a second round on the board for Spacestation, but that economic damage I was waxing lyrical about does come through in huge fashion, and it's going to be sheriffs again for LG, but look at the money on Spacestation. It is destitute here. A shorty for Boostio and probably something else. Actually, no, Boostio has the blades.
LG to force up.
Yeah, this is the time for LG to force up and try and put the pressure on. Not surrender a third round.
No, they're just going to go for their sheriff half armor. I mean, hey, you saw what it did in the last round. Unfortunately, again, our feed disappeared just for a little while, so we couldn't see the actual chaos ensue, but we saw the end result of it. That is for certain. SSG going to have to use everything they have to keep this one together. This is a vital round for them. Don't get it twisted. It's towards the beginning, I am well aware, but SSG now have a gorgeous position that they're in, thanks to the knives of Boostio. Gets 2 clean ones, but LG strike back with 2 clean ones of their own, and these pistols prove to be lethal, but not nearly as much as they were in round number 2. Very important one for SSG to stabilize their economy a bit more as we now head to a 3-0 beginning for Spacestation Gaming.
Yes, we're doing that. Goes to the light buy from LG in that last round. That could have been a round that they picked up. Instead, they will keep the economy a little bit honest on 2 players at the very least for Spacestation. Boostio opting for the operator early on here, getting that big sniper rifle in his hands. Vandals on the most part for Luminosity is only no Stellar and Mada now. Mada decides to go for the Phantom diff. But here we go. Very defaulty look from Luminosity on this first pistol, on the first gun round, rather, and I'm curious to see where they actually want to end up in the end here. Recon bolt reveals KZ's position. He gets chunked down.
Huge.
That's a huge bit of damage indeed. And Thief, though, getting the opening pick is going to be pretty massive. That's the B site open. The B site might be the easiest site to take, but also to retake.
That's really the thing. That's why you see a lot of teams try to emphasize on trying to take it if they can on ecos. There's fights that are being taken by SSG that they simply just cannot win at the moment. Terrible form from SSG in the latter part of this round. Honestly, they're just being caught off guard time and time again. SSG, this most certainly has to be a save round for them, as this first rifle round gets off to a very hot start for the side of Luminosity Gaming. Looking to go down without any hitches, any falling players. Would also be pretty huge for them, keep in mind, because again, the economy game is going to be so huge. You're going to see me bring it up a number of times, and it's going to be for reasons like this. There's a reason that players like Boostio and Insky are running away, tucking tail, just trying to hold on to those rifles, because they know LG love to chase.
Oh yes, they do.
In particular, that man loves his farm, love to farm his kills. Good quiet start from LG. It's not going to end with all casualties on one side, but it is flawless, which is going to help them again so much. But, I mean, it was just being able to win tons of favorable duels from the get-go. I think that was a big thing, Boggs.
Yeah, and that's really what LG need to do, is they just need to win their duels. It's what really went their way on bind, and it's what got them to that map victory, winning duels. Whether it's a solo effort or a team effort, they won their duels, and that's what got them the wins. It wasn't necessarily a insane display of team play that actually won them rounds in a large part of those. It was basically individual performances, picking up the team and opening up windows. So if they can continue that here, it would be good for them. I mean, this is what's at stake too. Winner makes it into first strike. That is the overlying goal. Both these two teams is to make it into first strike. And now LG are 1 map away. They're both 1 best of 3 away, but they have to win that best of 3.
Also a little bit of revenge for LG, because as I mentioned last time around, these two teams fought. SSG were the victors 2-1. But SSG have been looking a lot more confident. And if even that less confident form of SSG was enough to best Luminosity the first time around, I mean, who's to say what we can expect? LG continuing their stellar form, no pun intended, that they've had for this entire qualifier. Look to get it off to another rockin' start. Every last dollar again invested into SSG to try to keep their score good, and that will be the beginning that they need. About a minute into the round, the first frag is found. It comes in the form of Boostio with the operator. The one that he saved from last time is going to be instrumental in their success. KZ looking to try to get some information and obviously try to find a frag as well. On the entry, he should be caught out here. How has he done this? He's in the back of the site. Finally, he's taken out, but it takes a classic? That is ridiculous. That could have been so bad.
How does Kaplan get 2 on the Hunter's Fury, too?
At that point, I think he was just completely uncontested.
How does KZ get that kill, and how does Kaplan get 2? I'm confused.
It's a messy one.
Yeah, that's pandemonium right there. But it's a 4th round on the board for Spacestation. A very good start for them so far.
More guns.
More guns indeed.
Oh, the ultimate
Money's
side.
not the best for them, though. They could get another buy in the next round, but it wouldn't exactly be great for Kaplan. Roca exactly wouldn't have the most cash either.
The operator still remaining is going to be a huge X factor, though.
Indeed. And a lockdown picked up for sSef, too.
It's going to be massive. I was going to hope that the fight for the ultimate orb was going to be big in this round. There it is. It's not much of a fight. It's a bit of a one-sided affair, but that lockdown, I'm curious to where he tries to rotate to utilize it as best as he possibly can. We seem to be giving up a lot of A control, leaving only Insky to hold the line alongside a camera, I believe. Or no, that's a camera from LG, excuse me.
Shadows traveling.
Getting ready to conga line up. Insky, God, what a huge weight that he has to shoulder. Think about it. There's no way you can realistically expect him to run away with all these kills, but one and done, maybe? Would that be good enough, you think?
I don't, honestly. I feel like you need to get 2. I feel like when trades favor your opposition, you need to get at least 2 kills. And, well, Insky, he very well could get 2 here if they walk up into him, but he does have a rotation coming in now. He's not going to be full solo. Blade Storm has been popped by KZ, though, and Insky doesn't even get one of those. It might just be a straight save call coming in here, but I think they are going to regroup and go for the retake. Neural Theft comes through, and all these positions have been spotted here. Spike goes down in the nick of time, just about 10 seconds on the clock there when it finally goes down. Chuck Dirt goes in from both sides, and lockdown comes through as well. Let's see if sSef can detain anybody. Oh, it's huge from Boostio. Brings it to a 4v4. Empress is up, but Boostio has another on a KZ. Boostio is doing so much work right now for his squad, getting him a man advantage. The lockdown goes through. Recon Bolt for Mada will reveal the position of some. Oh, a lot for Thief. 2 quick kills for him. Kaplan though trades it back, and here comes sSef as well. It's all down to Mada. 1v2. Holding the line, the spike is being held, and he has to peek. 1 kill, he needs to go back for more, but it's no more time! sSef just had everything for his teammate. Kaplan holds the spike.
Pros don't fake.
Full-on confidence, and that is how you trust your teammates. And a win is absolutely instrumental now at this point. It's already 5 rounds at the price of 1, and the money for Luminosity is not the best whatsoever. In fact, it's anything but good. And I think the right call here is to just go for the hero rifle and pistols across the rest of the squad.
I mean, think about what they had to use, LG, and still just barely didn't get that win. They got down to a 1v1, mind you, but considering they had to use, what, 2 or 3 ultimates, I believe, and yet they still didn't squeeze it out. Those knives could have been huge. Obviously not going to be used for this one, nor is KZ going to be even present for the occasion whatsoever. This should be another great opportunity. Spacestation Gaming want to have a fat wallet at the end of this. And it looks awfully poised for that to happen. Just kind of defaulting out. LG searching for kills will find themselves on the receiving end of said kills. So we can't get too excited about this result. It's an expected result. For Spacestation Gaming, all things considered. There is a bit of a fight back from that hero rifle that you mentioned. Thief, he is nasty with it. Not an unexpected sort of foray by any stretch of the imagination. But Luminosity Gaming, things become about 50 times more difficult from here on out. 2 rifles now. And a whole lot of hope. There's a Blade Storm. Coming online still through CT. What are they waiting for other than the dart? Oh, there's going to choose pushing off the dart here. But, I mean, SSG, they're so good on those trades. I understand what LG were going for. That was probably their best percentage chance of being able to win the round. But SSG are strong on their fundamentals. If map 1 didn't prove that to you, they're right there. I mean, that is a perfect argument. Boostio got 12 kills, double the most of the second highest player on his team. What a crazy performance.
Yeah, Boostio is on another level right now. Top frag for his squad in the first map and really putting the team in his backpack here on the second. Again, too, there would be a final map to decide this series, and, well, if the last meeting between these 2 teams is anything to go by, it would go the full 3 maps. But here we go, Boostio. Going to take out that owl drone. Never mind, not going to take out the owl drone just yet. They'll just retreat back towards site and try to hold things down on the B site, the middle bomb site of this 3-site map. Oh, engagement with KZ! Won by Boostio through the corner. That's a massive pickup for him, and a massive pickup for Spacestation as they continue to try and get rounds on the board here in Haven. 6, make it a 7th. And they'll be looking nice and pretty moving on to that second half. They can continue this momentum. An 8-4 half would be absolutely huge. Anything on top of 7, I think, is just icing on the cake for them right now. And they are very close to even getting that 7th round with that man advantage they have right now. Garage control now for Luminosity, though, as they're going to continue to try and work their way towards C, audibling their way away from B. Turret has been spotted, and Boostio still has an inkling somebody's around towards mid. Kaplan, though, going to retreat and back up things on C. No hits still coming through from Luminosity, though. They've done a lot towards Garage and towards mid, but they haven't exactly hit a site yet or even gone their way close enough to make a play for one.
30 seconds left.
We've just crossed the 30-second marks. Thank you, announcer, for making sure that everybody was aware of it, too. And that should be a bit of a kick in the butt for LG to start making their move. It is going to be towards B at the end of it. Boostio, one of the guardians of the B bomb site, has been felled. The teleport in from Insky. Wait a second. How did he actually pull away with that kill? The paranoia is massive on top of it. Oh, that was such a weird finish, I have to say. SSG being the victors with only 1 casualty as well. That operator easily going to be retrieved, so that's not the issue, but that was such a strange execute from Luminosity Gaming. Time was most definitely one of the big problems from them there.
Yeah, it was a bit bizarre there, and, well, it doesn't go their way. KZ better sell that Vandal. There's no reason he should have a rifle into this round.
Quick peeks now.
Huh. Okay.
There we are. they heard you, Box. They heard you.
No, you gotta surrender the 8th, because if you put yourself in an even worse economic situation, you give a free 2 rounds away. That's a great other pick on from Boostio. Again onto KZ. KZ has to be getting sick of that off peek from Boostio. Thief, though, does eliminate Roca to trade it back and grabs a Vandal off the back of it, but still, that's the only rifle in the hands for Luminosity. There's a lot of work they need to do still to have a chance at winning this round. Look at all this B control, though. Look at Mada getting all the way up there. However, Kaplan is keeping an eye on things here. I don't think Mada's going to be able to do much, but the rotation should come into B, and the spike plant, too.
Yeah, this should be a free plant at the very minimum. Uh-oh. Oh, Kaplan might get caught with his pants down, and unfortunately, he doesn't have a chance to buckle up. Now you're going to be in for a wild ride. The spike gets planted.
Spike planted.
SSG find themselves now back down on the lower end of being able to win it, the lower percentage chance of being able to close out this round. You might see a bit of a skirmish over towards window a little bit later, but for now, SSG are still kind of flirting with the idea of actually even going for this retake. Looks like the first kill has been found by sSef, and that will cue Insky to start moving up, help his teammate out over towards window. Dark cover goes down. Kaplan, or excuse me, not Kaplan, excuse me, it's sSef. I'm not sure is going to actually try to respect it. Thief will punish any disrespect. The quick slap on the wrist. Actually 3 kills in this round. Boostio has to get away for dear life, but a thrifty round won by LG will mark their second. The Brazilian scoreline is gone, and it seems that there were Brazilian things that went wrong for SSG in that one.
It was the aim duels won by LG primarily that won them that round, and that's what was their successful aspect on Bind. So, it's a good thing for them to find their form again. But if they continue to allow Boostio to get those opening picks, there's only so many rounds you can win down a player to start things off. It's not the easiest thing to do. And well, Boostio is primed towards C this time, and that might be where a few of these players are going to head their way. Recon Bolt, though, will force Boostio away. That is a very good dart indeed. Reading my mind there, or we're just on the same wavelength either way. Magnificent play there to force away the op and basically eliminate it for the price of a rechargeable ability.
Very free opportunity to ward one away. Oh, spotting the hair of that Jett. You might see Mada use a Hunter's Fury off of that. Bit of a gamble to go for it at this range, but it could be the opportunity
and on the
that
Jett
they're looking
too.
for. Oh, they're pinging it. They're definitely thinking about it. If not to actually Hunter's Fury, just pre-aim the angle.
Could shock dart it or recon bolt. Oh,
this. Right on cue. Just to kind of ward off, scare away that member hiding in the back of C, but off of it, it will be a teleport from Stellar. I think this has been called. Yeah, SSG are going on the hunt now.
No, I think they're
going for a witch hunt.
It's coming in.
Unfortunately, though, the witch is fighting back. Oh my lord, Stellar not going down without a fight. The fact that he finds 2 from that position is unthinkable. Spacestation Gaming, at least they're fighting back, but they're constantly finding themselves on the back foot. Of course, so when Roca is the one having to keep the dream alive, I will trust him to do it any day of the week. rotation, walk all the way around. He's going on a stroll, through the B bomb site. Now that he's had a chance to sniff the flowers a little bit, he'll walk his way towards
10
C, where
seconds
he'll
left.
get a free spike plant with no hesitation, no fight back. Empress offline. Roca still has his, but it's going to be not useless to use in a scenario like this, in all honesty.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth actually using it.
I mean,
So.
really the only reason you would is like, you know, the player's becoming a little bit more highlighted, but Roca doesn't need that.
No.
He doesn't need your fancy tricks. I like how they're
Tricksy
pinging the
hobbitses.
bomb as well. Thief is playing this so dangerously. He's a player that likes to live on the edge.
All the
He
timing.
rounds the corner. He gives it up. He knows that's now halfway. Oh my god, no! He's... Wait, they got it! Oh my god, they actually got it!
What?
That was so... Oh my god, this game just won't stop
He
delivering.
didn't plan it for himself.
It was being pinged. I think what he was planning on doing is hoping that he wouldn't stick it, only try to get it halfway and then look for it. What I'm guessing Thief wanted to do there was just kind of round the corner so he could kind of, you know, see if it was actually being diffused halfway, but
Nope.
the
But he had a
timing was
clear
just
line
so...
of sight from spawn. He could have flanked around behind.
Hindsight is 20/20, man. Luminosity game, they won the first map, so I'm not sure if I have the argument to fight against them. I think you angered the beast, man. KZ trying to get an exact revenge onto SSG for that inglory that just went underway. 4v5 to start things out, Bugs.
4v4? 4v3?
3v4?
It's counting. Oh, and now it's a 3v3 as sSef will get another trade. Going back for more, though. sSef holding the
Unreal.
line again, this time on the Killjoy. Proto getting that spike down, dodges the no, does not dodge the paranoia, almost falls on retreat as well. Swarm grenade out, and aproto somehow still alive. Stellar holding the flank, though, eliminates insky. And well, now it's all down to Stellar as his teammate aproto has fallen. Swarm grenade goes a little too far, but sSef,
Whoa.
4 kills from the same angle, just barely repositioning for all of them. And 9 rounds now sit on the
Last
side of
round before the
Spacestation
half.
Gaming. Map number 2 looking very good for Spacestation here, Haven. The buy from Luminosity is going to be a bit broken as well. KZ will have an operator, rifles on 3, and the Sheriff on a proto, which is, I think, the scary proposition for LGs that you don't have somebody who's your best player on map number 1, not only at the bottom of the scoreboard here on map number 2, but also on a Sheriff.
I think he's like, all right, I got all the kills that I needed in map number 1. You guys can take it from here.
I mean, he still has 39 kills combined, I believe.
I mean, SSG, best start they could ever hope for here. In the last one of their half, they have knives, they have the lockdown. By all means, by all accounts, it should go their way. Lightstorm also exists on the on KZ. Not sure if he's actually even going to try to utilize it. Oh, this could actually be huge, a 50-50 between Boostio and KZ. But Jett superiority has been found by KZ, at least for this round. 9-3 seems like a bit of a consolation prize considering that brutality that we saw on Bind.
Spike planted.
But it's going to be the only prize that LG can realistically walk away with in this first half. There's a lockdown being expended. He should extend, try to find a kill off of this. Don't respect the space. Don't respect anything. And if you could completely say if he played that 1v1 incorrectly before, now you can absolutely have no argument about how he played that one. Insky
agreed.
against the world here. He has 4 players to take down. The first one not proving to be that much of a challenge, but the last other ones should be nigh impossible. Jordan Gonzalez, don't do it again. He's going to use that from the shadows to make his way over towards heaven, the smoke over towards CT, the paranoia out for good measure, all the abilities being used, but time is of the essence, and that third fight is just about unwinnable. LG, they keep themselves in it, but it takes so much effort.
Well, I'm honestly kind of surprised that LG was able to get that third round on the board the way that this whole half had been going for them. But Thief was the little engine that could in that round, and Insky almost brought it back.
I mean, Insky's built different, man.
I feel like everyone's
Boostio as
built
well.
different today. In these day and age, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, he's built different." But if everyone's built different, then is everybody not built? Is nobody built different? It's like, at what point does expecting the unexpected make the unexpected the expected?
I think we're getting a bit too philosophical here, Boggs. We have to go ahead and ground ourselves to reality. And look at this reality. It is brutal for Luminosity Gaming. I mean, they have a bit of wind behind their sails. You can respect that.
They do, but it might just be a light summer breeze.
Oh. Oh god, I think Ksiaze went to the wrong neighborhood here.
Oh yeah.
There is about to have 4 players staring at him. Oh, that was a bad mistake, Ksiaze. Obviously he didn't know, but oh, what an unfortunate series of events, as if SSG really needed a start like that.
Spike planted.
Oh,
Retake again.
Player standing.
Boostio, can you chill for a second? This is getting absurd at this point. Oh, nice
Boostio's
shot
mad
there.
they lost bind.
Flawless.
Can you blame him?
Not at all.
Boostio, the hero of map number 1, is continuing that form on map number 2. I respect it a lot. He's been phenomenal in these rounds, Pistol not being an exception.
Yeah, he's been amazing so far this whole series, and I can't help but wonder if aproto had carried over that form from bind, what this game would look like right now. Because I feel like that's the missing piece of the puzzle right now for Luminosity. Sure. Is that they've had
when
somebody...
you don't have aproto getting aces.
Yeah.
Eyes up.
You had somebody who was at the top of the scoreboard for the entire game,
Right here.
who's now sitting at 3 kills in 13 rounds.
The highs and lows. This is how Valorant beats sometimes.
Indeed. Ooh.
Not going to be a chance for him to really farm anymore, considering the way that he's playing on C. It's Mada. I think he's getting the most adventurous. Thief is there as well, but I don't know. Alright, for now, it's hard to stay excited if LG can win this one.
Thief still sticking around in towards Garage, though, trying to get a kill out towards Lawn. But I think A is going to be the end goal for Spacestation here, as they've already gained double digits, and they are 3 rounds away from a map number 3. Bucky in the hands for Ksiaze, not exactly the best of guns, and a stinger for Stellar is not going to spout the most confidence either. But I do like the call to go for a force here. I think it's necessary. Thief getting a little aggressive. Might just pay for it here, though. sSef holding the right angle. Wins that duel. That's the spike spotted. And it's just going to rotate off towards C off the back of that information, too. Great call in the mid-round here from Spacestation. They've been very good in their mid-rounds overall. And while there's aproto here to try and stall them away. And that's what we wanted to see from aproto. That's what we expect to see from him. But he needs to do more here. Mada's rotating into bolster the defenses. aproto a second. Mada a third. Roca trades it back, but still, time is of the essence. And a stall could just work out. aproto. Shot Sheriff spam doesn't work, but Stellar has it all with the stinger. 4 rounds on the board now for Luminosity. They stay alive and win that force buy. And who was the one to get things started for LG, Kieran?
It's aproto. Of course, it always seems to be aproto. He's been so quiet on this map, though. I can't attribute all the little success that LG have had to him making or breaking it, but that first kill was nasty, and the second one was somehow even nastier. It's a much-needed round victory for LG, but still, things are pretty grim. You see a hero rifle for the side of SSG. They're going to try to quicken the pace. Most definitely going to try to extend, take A long if they so possibly can. And the fight should actually be relatively competitive. There is Stellar holding the angle here. Should be able to at least catch one. A second one could actually be viable at this point. No, he's going to get out basically unscathed. That's unbelievable. SSG. That capitalization is not there. It's like a failing grade in English class with a lack of capitalization.
Yeah, you know, the fact that they allowed Stellar to get away with that for free is pretty insane. But Ksiaze is traded, trying to go for the ult orb. sSef's just hanging around and will grab a Spectre for his troubles and potentially that ult orb too. Long control still in the hands for Spacestation, so they have plenty of time and a lot of map control. They can also get towards B, but I don't think that's the best course of action for them here. aproto keeping an eye on C site with that camera. Mada just going for some jump peeks with a recon bolt out, ready to send that one forward. If he spots anything, time getting a little low here, and I think it might just be the A end, one up short. Never mind. No, it's going to go up towards long. So, oh, there we go. Mada's going to send that recon bolt through, has the Vandal in hand, spots out one, and Stellar finishes off the job. 2 on him for him on the round. Roca forward, though, eliminates Mada, heals up 2. Insky going forward, has to get that spike down, tries to go for a shot here. Thief takes out Kaplan. You got to get the spike plant here, Insky, somehow, some way. But no, he's going out to a 1v1. Thief, however, wins it, though. 3 kills from on the round and the 1v1 clutch. 5 now on the board for Luminosity, but a costly round nonetheless for them. It was a bit of a bonus round, one they didn't invest too much into, but they will have a bit of a broken bye here with Mada being on an Ares, of all things, on Ascent, or on Haven. I think of it on Ascend, I think of the Odin and the Ares out towards B on Ascent, but an Ares on... Oh, okay, he's going to Garage, so that makes sense.
He had it last round.
He did?
Floating back sight with an Ares.
Let's remind
That's
you.
the worst idea in the world.
No, it's not.
I've seen arguments that people think it's better than the Spectre. I mean,
I
hey,
would-
yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Depending on the situation, it is.
it's an argument to be had for, I think, Ascent in particular, which I'm not 100% certain. Is that our third map?
I believe our third map's split, but I'm not entirely too sure here.
Either way, right now, the big worry is going to be over towards A short. We see again, it looks like SSG are going with something similar, to what they did on their pistol. Holding it down A short, seeing if there's anybody playing a close angle, and then otherwise bursting up. There's info being taken by Kaplan because of that drone. I believe it just barely spotted somebody outside CT, so that should be now a notation for them to work their way over towards short. Yep, there you have it, the conga line in formation. The defense haven't actually gotten all too risky with their positions yet. Luckily, it doesn't seem to matter when there's a player like KZ holding the line. Man is doing his best Hodor impression, but unfortunately, that Hodor impression is a bit too accurate here, and he will fall. The push onto A,
30
besides
seconds left.
that, will otherwise be a bit lackluster. SSG are unfortunately unable to get past the starting line as they find themselves falling to Thief, as well as the Ares on Mada. And hey, that argument that it's better than the Spectre is turning out to be maybe a little bit viable at this point.
Yeah, I think in mid to long range, the Ares is far superior to the Spectre, but in close range, and in terms of close range fire rate, the Spectre is just that much better. Like we saw what Thief did a few rounds ago, just running and gunning with the Spectre. You can't do that with an Ares, but you can't get what Mada did with the Spectre by comparison.
It's a trade-off that, unfortunately, for the side of SSG, LG don't have to worry about at all. They have enough money. They have that operator, which KZ, although he only got 1 kill, completely halted anything SSG were going for. You'll see a force up with pistols. Those knives in the hands of Boostio. The play here seems to be a burst up C, but I'm curious if you think this is actually going to be any success.
There's 2 players here, so it's going to be a very difficult take. And the recon bolt's been destroyed. Mada, Proto make it 3. A third for Aproto himself. Goes for the 4th, but it's Mada to take it. But a flawless victory, a very clean round. The From the Shadows came through from Stellar too. Just in case those 2 players did fall, there would be no spike plant potential here. But a bit of a costly... I mean, you could... It's a bit of expensive to use that From the Shadows against the pistols that were in the hands for Spacestation Gaming. But if you look at the scoreboard now, remember when this was 10-3?
Yeah. I mean, that seems like a distant memory at this point, doesn't it? LG have done wonderful at fighting back. And thing is, the way that they're doing it, they can compound this into something more because they still have ultimates that are being built up. That From the Shadows, I think, is a relatively negligible cost for what they managed to get out of it. A flawless one helps Rico, taking 2 fights over towards short. Oh, LG, right back onto that map 1 form, aren't we? Winning ways being found. SSG, again, with a bit of a lukewarm reply to what they're trying to do here. A man to the good still, LG, although they have taken a couple of fatalities. Will eventually give up the site here, allow that spike to go down. Most likely, no, they're going to fight it. How could we ever be confused? Mada just threatening it. He's like, come on, come and fight me if you dare. He does toss it down, not finding any damage. Boostio unable to win the necessary fight that he needs to. And Kaplan, it's unrealistic to expect anything more than a spike plant and maybe 1 kill. LG are also incredible at their trades.
Yeah, they are. They've really come alive here. They took a very long nap. Basically, the entirety of that first half was LG just sleeping. since we've had their pistol or force buy, I should say, on the second half, it's been LG all the way. Now 5 rounds in a row. The money again broken for Spacestation.
No knives either.
Yeah, a lot of these rounds too, they've been getting it. They haven't even been getting it close, Spacestation. They've been losing most of their players without getting any casualties. Or in fact, they haven't been getting any kills, I should say. And for Luminosity to maintain these rounds with minimal casualties, it's so huge for their economy, their confidence, and also keeping that not only ult point down on the side of Spacestation, but also keeping that economy down. No kill reward.
Lots of very bad headlines for SSG at the moment, and things aren't getting better. Thief through the smoke, doesn't even have to see to believe in the fact that he can frag out. And he's actually hungry for more. Look how close he's playing to the smoke. You can just tell the confidence is just seeping from him. But as the dark cover fades, Insky will side grade over to a Sheriff and feed himself right into the crosshairs of Thief. We've now found 3 and searching for number 4. We'll get it. Shutting down the pistol players. Luminosity Gaming have put on a clinic time and time again. And what you're saying, Boggs, is continually coming true at this point. They're not close at all. I understand that was an eco. But SSG have some of the best ecos in the game, I'd argue.
They do, at least in North America at the very least. So they've come up empty-handed on this attack. And to see attacks fall so flat on Haven's a little interesting too. Both teams struggling on the offensive here, but this defense from Luminosity seems so much more convincing to me than what we saw from Spacestation on that last half. Oh, Stellar. Thief, you're not going to do this to him. You're not going to do this to them, are you, Thief? Turret. Oh, that's going to reveal a lot, but KZ's still able to get 1. They know Thief is around here too. KZ nets a second kill. And they're looking for more. Swarm Grenade to force them away. The Leer to keep them at bay as well. Seth still here. Garage flank coming through, but Mada's going to be watching for it. KZ2 going to fall now to Boostio as Roca comes in for another. Now this flank coming in through Garage could be huge. Stellar's keeping an eye on things. Seth still out long. Thief pushing forward towards Seth. He knows he's coming now. Thief and Seth playing a very dangerous game of cat and mouse here. Stellar out towards middle, however, he has to get forced away and teleports back in towards site. Aproto grouping up towards Garage too. Thief, this is a wise decision to count your losses and fall away. Hold the site and force Spacestation to make another move. You already have a 2v or a 3v3 out of this one, 2 for 2 trades. And Thief with the operator. That's a huge kill. He wanted that big old sniper rifle, and he makes it sing on the first one. Takes a shot instead of going for the Leer. I like that decision. If there was a cross early on from Roca, he would have died, but Roca bides his time.
30 seconds left.
Nothing lost for Thief, and just a Leer lost for Roca, so neither team really too worse for wear in that scenario. But A site is wide open, but there is a camera for Roca, and he can keep an eye on things. Stellar's going to rotate back as well. Roca getting a little aggressive towards Lawn, might start to rotate over quickly here, as I think the rest of Luminosity are getting that inkling. Stellar should have all the sound cues he needs now, and indeed the reinforcements are coming through. The cavalry is on its way. Stellar already in heaven. Just going to wait. No, he's going to go for an early peek. That could be costly here for Luminosity, losing a player early. Empress activated for Roca as well, who is low on health but could use the overheal.
So risky.
Oh, it is. Look at the flank from Aproto, though.
Proto has the round-winning spot right here. And he'll
remaining.
collect his frags. There's number 1. And right now, he's not even going to get number 2. Everybody's getting involved from LG. This was 10-3. What in the world has happened? SSG have left the server. They are nowhere to be found. And again, this pales in comparison to everything that we saw towards the first half. And hell, even on that pistol round. That pistol round showed so much spunk, so much confidence. It is just far and gone. At least those ultimates are really starting to stack up at this point. Roca using the Empress was the only ultimate expended for SSG, mind you. This could get real nasty real quickly. This is going to be a real swing round, you should mention as well. Economy, not exactly great for SSG. If they lose this, they're probably going to be back onto pistols, and they're going to be fighting up against 11, assuming that they lose, excuse me.
Yeah, and that would put Luminosity in prime position to grab map and match point. Thief, though! Dirty play up towards long. Has 2 looking blind on short. A third maybe. No, Boostio will shut him down. KZ, though, still holding things down with the operator having to fall away. Aproto gets caught by Roca. Now it's a 3v3 again, but KZ, or not KZ, but Boostio, rather, is very low.
They can collapse in on C here.
They can. This is
There's
an
nobody
opportunity
home.
here. It's a massive opportunity, something they needed. But
Play
now the rotation. Oh my lord,
What?
Mada. Through the
That was
wall?
for B!
Are you serious?
Spike planted.
That is impossible to play against. Mada.
1.6?
Nah, dude. This man is on a whole another level. The 1v2, like, I don't think I've ever seen that wallbang actually work.
I don't think so either.
I've seen that wallbang before, but I haven't seen it work. That is unbelievable. And what a fashion for LG to win 11. That's just...
Oh my god. Mada, that was disgusting.
I was gonna say,
that
this
was
is an
dirty.
There's so much going on right now. SSG are
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
pause.
Right here.
They need to.
Look at this streak, man. LG are just building up a dynasty of rounds at this point. This time Thief is the one who's just doing it all. 26 frags. It's individual performances from LG. Good time for them to pause. SSG need to, press that reset button. That was a huge swing round. Again, I said it before, I'll say it again. This is now a really terrifying position that Spacestation Gaming are in. Haven was looking far and away theirs. But they have disappeared entirely. This pause, if nothing else, is there to halt the momentum, isn't it?
I think so. It's to halt the momentum and also just to recover yourself. This is a last-ditch effort for you, if you're Space Station. They're putting everything into this basket. All their eggs are in the basket. All the cards are on the table. Everything and anything they have is going to go into this one. It's essentially to stay alive in the upper bracket. It's essentially to stay alive and move into the playoffs. Have a chance to anyway, and avoid a rematch with Cloud9. That's what's at stake right now for Space Station. If you're Luminosity, you're like, all right, let's get this over with. Let's get through this. Tactical timeout confirmed here from Space Station as well.
But it's over now.
Yeah.
Boostio with the Blade Storm. Lockdown also available. I'm wondering if you see a multi-pronged execute here. Maybe looking at where they're kind of biased towards going. Something
Right
like
here.
TP into heaven isn't unfounded. They could set up a real good execute. They have all the tools necessary. We're just going to have to see. Anything goes at this point, Boggs. When it was 10-3 at one point, everything that you can expect just goes flying out the window. Look how passive they're playing it, too. They're conceding map control.
They
No
are.
fight for C-Long. No fight for grass.
I think they've been bullied so much by LG in these last few rounds where they don't want to separate from each other. But if we go separate, we're just going to lose these picks. That's what I feel like they're feeling right now. And that is exactly the mentality that Luminosity wanted to instill into their opposition.
Wait,
Fear.
how's Kaplan on 6?
He got spammed by the Odin through Garage.
Oh my god. As if.
And Roca's dead. Never mind! I thought Stella had that kill, but Roca actually capitalized on it. There's a chance now for Space Station. Thief does more damage here, this time onto Boostio, who has the blades. Lockdown going to come through here. Nowhere to escape for Thief beside to retreat outside of the site. Site control relinquished here from the CT side. And Spike's going to go down.
30 seconds
Storm
left.
grenades to hold them at bay, but here comes KZ from the heavens. One kill from above, looking to rain death down in the form of more. Emperor's still up as well. Boostio might just peek with a blade storm. KZ keeping an eye on things towards short. Shock dart not going to catch anything. Here comes the Hunter's Fury. Boostio dodges. Kaplan trying to get something, but sSef has eliminated Thief. Mada, though, comes in aproto with another. Boostio is dead. Now insky has gone as well. Kaplan with 6 HP. Not going to happen. Mada started the round with damage onto him. And Mada finishes the round with the Odin onto Kaplan. Map, match, playoff point coming in here for Luminosity. And what have they battled down back
Match
from
point.
the brink of defeat? It was 10-3, folks. 10-3. 9 rounds straight for Luminosity here on the defense.
This is sickening. SSG, they haven't been able to get anything going. Again, that was one of their best chances, one of their best shots. in all honesty, this has been probably their best execute onto site. They had the lockdown go in, they had the knives, which ended up being pretty useful, but still, at the most opportune of moments, LG just do them one better, and it is suffocating to play against. LG looking to drive that final nail into the coffin, have such wonderful positions to begin this round, and oh lord, things can get real nasty real quick.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
they
Thief.
can.
Oh
This
god,
is
no,
so
Thief.
good.
This is huge. This 50-50 needs to be won. Oh god, there it is. That's one of the final nails in the coffin. Insky's gonna go down as well. This time it's gonna be courtesy of Mada. Finally, there's some fight back, but I'm starting to feel it at this point. SSG, they have not gotten almost anything on their offensive rounds. Their attack has been dismal. And Luminosity Gaming are in the forefronts, just about ready to knock on the door of the First Strike main event. They are 1 round away, 3 kills away, and there's nothing at all, excuse me, that Spacestation Gaming can really rely on. There's no lockdown. That 2 ultimate thing that I kind of mentioned as being a factor for this round, no longer available. Roca and
30
insky are both
seconds
done.
left.
They're out of this round entirely. Time is of the essence as well. Not only do they have to fight against LG, but they have to fight against the clock as well. And things get real tense.
Revealing area.
And
Arrow
Roca's
in.
here. Or not Roca, Proto's here. That's the scary part here. Mada's rotated in as well. Hunter's Fury to stall them.
10
Tripwire's in.
seconds
Aproto with one.
enemy
Mada with
remaining.
another on the Hunter's Fury. We'll finish it off with the Hunter's Fury as well.
Defenders win.
Luminosity 10 rounds straight to battle back from down 7 and take this one clean in 2-0 fashion. It was quadruple overtime where back-to-back aces got them the win, or at least got them close to a win on Bind. And then here on Haven, it's just stalwart defense. No other way to really put it besides